let's.
Good job, Maxie.
This is streamed live?
Beyond the stars lie a web of pearls. Each gemstone a miniature world unto itself. Upon these worlds interconnected our stories are told. And the
Put your pants back on.
Oh my god.
The camera doesn't go that low.
The Titan's gift.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. You're good. There you go.
That's us. Really quality photos of us.
They're all taken from your LinkedIn profile.
Really good. Really excellent.
Very, very professional. Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Dog Presents the Titans Gift Campaign, episode 31. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by Luke, Levi, and Neil. Matt is out. How is everyone doing today?
We're back. Yeah, exactly. It was. It's almost been a month since we've seen you guys last.
That's crazy. Can you believe it's been that long?
It has been. It has been.
It feels like forever.
Yep. Yep. Well wishes go out to Peanut. Hope your dog is feeling better. Neil.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's on my lap sleeping.
Not Peanut.
Can you tilt it down? Let us see the peanut.
If you have pants on.
Yeah, just as long as you have pants on.
Not sure if you could see her there.
Oh, you do. Your little fluff ball. Yeah. Okay. There she is.
Hi,
Yeah,
Peanut.
She's fast asleep.
She was not feeling very well. Is that what the story was?
Yeah, we rushed her to the emergency room at 2 o'clock in the morning. Turns out there's nothing wrong. We couldn't figure out what was wrong, but better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah.
She was just moaning and crying and yelping at every opportunity, and she still is a little bit. But there's nothing wrong.
All right.
Being a crybaby.
Any? What have you been up to the last month?
Just working real hard. Did some traveling. Went to Mexico. Beautiful country.
Oh yeah, I saw your luchador bobblehead.
Yeah. And they don't mess around with flags over there. I'm just gonna say it.
What do you mean?
Flags.
Jeez, man. If you go to like the Zocalo or you go anywhere, they've got these huge, massive flags. Across the street from the hotel where we stayed, there was this big field, and there was a flag there that, I don't know, man, it dwarfs buildings. It's
Robust flag culture. That's what
Yeah.
Mexicans are
and
known for.
it kind of looked like it had an automated mechanism that raises the flag and drop it, because obviously if it's that big, somebody can't just hoist it, right? So there's this.
Oh, like 100
big-
units or whatever.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. I'll text you a picture of it. You will not believe it.
Cool. Luke, what's up with you, man?
I moved.
You moved.
We're no longer neighbors.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Sort of in the general.
I mean,
vicinity.
I live like 3 blocks away.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah.
not the same.
Yep.
So I got a pool now. We can go swimming, but it's raining out, so we probably.
An outdoor pool.
Yeah. Everything's unpacked and set up. Super busy with work.
You built a lot of furniture.
I
recently.
built a lot of furniture. You're right about that. I built at least 3 units of furniture.
at least 3 units.
It's pretty good.
Is that the unit of measurement?
IKEA just says unit.
4.5 IKEA units.
Goes on your IKEA resume online.
Well, what he's not telling you is he actually just bought 2. The other 2 he made up of.
There's a score.
I already got this one
There's a
down.
scorecard afterwards with how many pieces are left over.
If
0 pieces left over, 100%.
It was good. It all
5
worked.
pieces left over. Some sort of legalese.
It's good. We got a nice kitchen. We've been cooking some good dinners. Got a lot of room for plant expansion.
Yep.
It's pretty exciting Exciting time for
Yeah, you got a lot of plants. That was 2 carloads of plants.
Oh, yeah.
By my count.
There was quite a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
Did you help him move, Marty?
I helped him move his plants. I got this panic text. The movers won't move our plants. So I'm like, all right, fine.
Marty, you're not doing anything, right? Hey, Fox.
At least it's the light stuff. Me.
Yeah, you got some stories. You got a stream friendly story,
I
probably.
went. I went
questionable.
to. Yeah. Is anybody Greek on here?
Let's assume yes.
No, I went to the lovely country of Greece, Aladora, and it was beautiful. It was dangerous. It was a whole different world. It gave me a good perspective on everything else going on in the world, and it was very healthy, and it was fun, and we got burnt, and we ate weird food, and we didn't get sick, we didn't get hurt.
Whoa, not getting sick while traveling.
I know.
It's a big one.
Dangerous as in the pickpocket story that you were talking about, or
Roads, the infrastructure they have going on over there is kind of.
According to Moton, you didn't run into a pickpocket.
I call it dicey.
I thought you were gonna say rogues.
Just a lot of people double daggered.
Yeah, lurking in shadows, flipping coins menacingly.
No, it was gorgeous.
menacing coin flip.
Yeah, dude, you ever see like in old movies with like the tough street toughs
Playing with the
there?
coin and
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
thing.
you got
Okay, all right. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Went to 4 islands, ended at Athens. The islands were gorgeous. Athens, I wouldn't just solely do a trip to Athens if you're ever going to go on vacation. Don't just go, we're going to Athens. Go to other places too.
Yeah. Yeah, often like the big city the country's known for is a big city.
Yeah, I live
Did
in
you
a
do any
city.
of the
It's not
touristy like temples or?
Oh yeah. We went to the
architecture?
Acropolis,
Okay.
the Parthenon, and all those stadiums, and actually the Acropolis Museum is one of the coolest ones I've ever seen in my life. So I'd recommend those things if you're going to go there. Other than that, there's not much more to really do there. Beyond Greece, we saw the lavish lifestyle. We saw the poor lifestyle. It was well rounded.
Which one was you?
Yeah, where do you fit into that diagram?
Middle America, right down the center.
I'm the working man. Well, what about you, Marty? Tell us
I've
about
been
it.
working. We had a big project due middle of the last week that I've been working on effectively for the last 9 months at work. So it was the last couple of weeks leading up to that was insane. Playing a lot of Dread and Circus. Started playing the 2003 game by Atari called Temple of Elemental Evil, which is the best version and probably the only version of 3.5 D&D. And I'm doing this as I've played the game before. I played it to death back in the day. But I'm playing it because I'm going to use Temple of Elemental Evil as the testing grounds for Pathfinder 2 when I go up to Ontario in August.
Temple of Elemental Evil, this game is right before the Pathfinder D&D schism, right?
The Temple of Elemental Evil goes back to 2nd edition.
Okay.
This book is probably worth about $100. That's why it's in plastic. 1985-ish is when it got put out. This was one of the first modules somebody ran me through. I died in the first room.
Well, it's Gary Gygax.
No, it was Gary Gygax. It was also my buddy's older brother. We had nagged him to DM. He's like, fine. And we played a couple of acrobats. I think it was the second room. There was an iron elemental. I'm like, he goes, what do you do? It's walking slowly forward. I'm like, I'm an acrobat, right? He goes, yeah. I'm gonna tumble through its legs and try to get by. He's like, give me a roll. So I gave him a roll. I think I rolled like a 2. Nope. He gets a free attack and just fucking just stomped on me.
So that's where it started, right?
Yeah, that's where it started. We're like, yeah, that was so awesome. I'm like, I got one room further than you. My buddy Joe is all pissed off because his acrobat died. Literally, I think at the door. I think there was a trap at the door.
We want to be acrobats!
No, there was this kit called
Traveling
Deep
Circus.
Acrobats, where we were basically traveling circus, and so I have died in that. I've never run it, and then 3.5 put out a really neat follow-up module. Like here is 40 years after the events of that module, which is 3rd edition or 3.5. So that's this one.
1985, dude. Hours of adventure awaits me.
This is the follow-up in 3rd edition. But then the video game came out, which then translated Temple of Elemental Evil into 3.5 rules. So what I'm going to do on the fly is transfer to Pathfinder 2 rules, which is the new rule set that we're not familiar with.
That'll make it nice and.
So you can actually change the rule set in the game?
Well, it's kind of like, oh, they're going to have an ogre encounter in this room.
What's the second?
So I would then open up the bestiary for the new rule set and go, what's an ogre? And hope that the scaling of the encounter is actually correct or not, right? So it's actually an exercise that forces me to become more familiar with the new system.
Are you going to force them?
So you're going to shadow run the 2 games?
Yeah, I'm gonna do. So I'm playing the video game as research. I've got the 2 modules, and then I'm gonna run them through part of Temple of Elemental Evil as a play test, basically.
So 2nd edition has the character archetypes or whatever you can be, and then you could be like a rogue, whatever, and a.
They had these things called kits. So you could be a fighter, and then the kit would be, I don't know, a thug, or you could be a you could be a thief, and the kit was acrobat.
But in 2nd edition now they have
We're talking 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm talking 2nd edition.
2nd edition Pathfinder.
Yeah,
PF2.
Yeah, it has. What is this? Like, it's not a class. What do they call? You can.
It's still a class.
Okay.
You can multi-class in Pathfinder.
Well, we're all a bunch of storytellers, and he's the wizard storyteller. I'm the fighter storyteller. What's that called?
Now that I said the word kits, I'm gonna say it again.
What I'm trying to get at here.
There are archetypes. Yes,
Yeah.
there are archetypes that they have built into the system bottom up, as part of the system itself in Pathfinder 2.
Are you gonna force them all to play acrobat archetype?
No, I'm not.
Yes.
And
they all die.
I've got an interesting meta story about the dungeon. They're going to be kind of forced into going into a dungeon, and it's going to feel a little bit forced. So I decided to roll with that, and there's a reason why it's going to feel forced. That is meta plot to the little mini campaign that we're running. So the climax of the campaign will be this big realization, and it'll happen halfway through the first dungeon, and there will be oh man, it's a mind trip. It's basically the thing I'm going for. So we'll see if I can pull it off. All right, why don't we, now that we've done our little chit chat, why don't we do a recap of what happened over a month ago in the last 2 games called Revenge of Malbut Part 1 and Part 2. Ludo continues to ingratiate himself towards Spyder's gang. The rest of the Jerks Emeritus gather their allies, including Malbut, Rix the Redcap, Musk the Knoll, and a pod of Griggs, and launch a bewildering and simultaneous attack upon the Bottle and Blade.
Hell yeah, we did.
The barricade at the lift, and the bread lines outside the Slewborough flour mill and bakery. In Revenge of Malbut Part 2, the assault on the Bottle and Blade continues. Ludo reunites with his companions as they face off with a quartet of Spyder's inner circle. The professor continues to confound the gang members with an uncanny mix of conjurations, compulsions, and illusions. The Spyder arrives to find his operations in chaos, while many gangs and powers begin to converge on the Slewborough Market Square. And I think we left off in the middle of combat.
Yeah, can we go around the battlefield and try and remember what?
Sure. First I'm going to paste in chat the order for initiative. So we are in the 15th round of combat.
Nice.
There are some readied actions. Under Zephyros I've got FS. I think that means Flaming Sphere, so
yeah, it's still
your Flaming Sphere is about to run out. There's a Glitter Dust about to run out the round after. And then in round 16, the fire will also go out.
That's the fire in the alley to the left.
Check Sirac Gat in round 17. I've got an LB, which is probably Lead Blades. Probably runs out at that point in time.
Yep.
All right, we can go around. We can go around the fight. So this is the what do I call this? Streets. The Slewborough Market Square. Over here we've got the Slewborough Flour Mill and Bakery. These are all a bunch of destroyed and kind of tipped over carts and smaller stalls. There are the lifts that go up to the plateau. the main entrance to the not the only entrance, but the main entrance to the square. We've got the Bottle and Blade. This is the lower floor of the Bottle and Blade. This is the main floor. Let's go in order of initiative as to what everyone is up to. So Macronon Gobbler, I believe, is a pot at this point in time.
Yeah, I remember something like that, and he was just rolling around somewhere, or standing somewhere.
I think he's peeking into the cage where there is a
That's right.
mocking fae, and it's actually pretending to look like Macronom, which is confusing Macronom and probably amusing him.
He's mocking Macronom.
That's
Was
right.
there something with the key? Ludo had the keys, and this mocking fae is locked in.
So I think Ludo undid the keys to the rage cage, which was an iron-bound cage with chicken wire in between the bars, and then spider webs between that. The flaming sphere has set the webs on fire, and these tiny hundreds, if not thousands, of little tiny spiders are burning up at this point. You did free some fae that are flying around the room. What else is going on? Spyder is, you can hear him yelling down at the top of the stairs. You can hear the heavy footfalls of some of his thugs coming back in. This group of thugs was the one that you scared away from the Palisades.
Yeah.
And now they're listening to Spyder's commands. Pharisee had cast her Haunting Mist spell in the stairwell, and she's standing just inside of it. There's also a grease in front of her, and I think there are some Vark bombers, and you're exchanging bomb fire back and forth, as well as some of the thugs probably don't want to be there. The professor, where's the professor at? Professor's outside, invisible. He tricked Troggax into
Holding the front.
Troggax has wandered over and is now beside the ballista that's pointed the wrong way. You do note that he is looking up at the lift, which is slowly coming down. The professor is small and invisible and hiding with the crawling hand of the Archmage near some of the rubble, looking into the top, to the front entrance of the Bottle and Blade. He's got a bunch of illusory fire going. I think your mists and your crazy illusions in the center square are all gone.
The mist lasts like a super long time, but the rest of it should be going.
So what I think happens is when I don't draw it, I think those things go away in between saving, but they're the mists. You got some soldiers over here that were all blinded by the fireworks that are no longer going off. These are the guys that were on the bread lines. Okay, what else do we have? That was Musk is heavily injured and kind of being told to sit at the bar and wait by Top Knot Jimmy, and Dern and him had been drinking throughout the fight after Rix the Red Cap had died, creating a lot of damage in the front room.
Tech is raging, but he's running low. He's prepared. I think he's probably. Does he have a ready?
He does have a ready to action, and he's also 14 damage injured. The tavern, Spyder's gang basement. I believe all Spyder's gang are dead. The Dr. Verm, I believe, is a statue, a wooden statue.
No, he's dead.
He's just dead.
He got glitter dusted and then murdered up.
Okay.
That's right.
So did Sinton Cindertoes. I thought somebody got statued.
No, I haven't used that today. I talked to you at the bar one time about maybe using it.
All right, and then
There's still a spider swarm here underneath the.
yeah, it's being burned right now by your sphere.
Right.
You saw the spiders all collecting in one place, kind of getting away from the fire, and you decided to destroy them before the swarm appears. Oh right, the necromancer dimension doored away. Whether he's dimension doored not far or very far, you're not certain. Okay, and then the monk that Ludo had tricked and then disemboweled,
Stab.
is lying in a pool of her own blood on the stairs. We've got Zephyros is standing in the doorway. Looks like he's got a bit of damage. How are you doing for spells, Zephyros?
I'm doing pretty good. Do you want to know what spells I still have left? You want to share that?
It's a secret. Don't let him know.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I remember that you cast one cold fireball, I think.
Yep.
Which means that I think you have. I think. Is it a class power that allows you to change the mixture?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a skill that I have that allows me to do it.
All right.
So I've cast a fireball, a flaming spear, a glitter dust, and on my character I've got mirror image, shield, and mage armor, and I've also cast a grease. I believe it was on Doctor. Oh, sorry, the grease I cast on the stairway there. The glitter dust was on Dr. Vern.
Yeah.
And then I've also cast one shocking grasp onto my weapon, but I don't think I ended up using it. I don't think so. I can't remember.
Are you still holding the charge?
No, I would have lost the charge
Okay.
by now. I lost the charge by now.
Got it. Ludo, how are you doing? Ludo doesn't look like he's injured. He's got a few spells running on him.
Yep.
Oh no, he doesn't, because he wasn't part of the.
I
the
was
buffing
out.
group.
Yep.
You have drank your mutagen. There's a bard song I think running. Maybe.
Is it still?
I think.
I think so.
Matt would.
Matt.
Oh, and we used a hero point in the previous game. Did we?
Yes. Or 2 or 1?
I think that the stream may have used one.
Yeah.
Troggax is stomping around outside. He's the scary Phant in heavy armor with the necromantic's war scythe. War scythe should scare you as their times 4 third weapons. Malbut got the chastising from Ludo, who's been drinking in this place and hungover. He's been drinking and
He's having a bender.
yeah, bending it up with the locals. There was a funny scene as you were saying hello to Malbut, and then Manny's got a ready to action. He's taking cover behind this countertop. He does have a battle curse, which I think means that there's a 50% chance of him not taking an action on a combat round.
How did he get that?
I think the necromancer cursed him, or one of the guys cursed him. But that is near debilitating. But he does have a rated action at this point in time. So round 15, Makranam.
Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Thank you, Fox.
Hey, Fox.
Heyo.
Thanks for the sub, man.
Is it meatball or Italian?
We always enjoy having you on the channel. Same to you, Kenny. Mutagen is a team entering into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, that's it. Death by glitter, colorful salt to the wounds of death, as opposed to the wounds of life. I guess you could have life wounds.
Mild death or whatever it is.
The minor death.
Minor death.
Sure.
Medium death.
Medium death.
I like medium death. At least.
it's like you're ordering steak or something.
Yeah.
Makranam is this thing's funny. And he kind of wanders over towards Zephyros. Zephyros, there's a little me in a cage over here.
That is not a little you. It just looks like a little you. It's mocking you.
It's a trickster.
It is a trickster, but it's not for eating or for keeping.
Okay. All right.
The other thing, the armies of the slew are converging on the square. That was
Right.
the big reveal.
Yeah, that was the big reveal, as it's taken now almost like 2 months for this cage to come down from the cage is coming down.
Monty Python when he keeps showing the guy running towards the castle.
So there are people in the cage coming down from the plateau, and as we peeled away, there were 3 gangs converging upon the square.
Yes.
One was Spyder's gang.
Yeah.
One was a gang of very scary-looking people from the Leatherton district.
Yeah.
And then the other was led by Sai. from the vicinity of the Pearl Cantina.
The probably least evil guys.
We shall see.
Right, but their timing is impeccable, seeing how we've already killed a substantial number of people here.
Yeah, we did all the hard work.
You definitely decapitated a lot of the leadership of
Yes.
Spyder's gang, but Spyder is still there. It is his turn, and he's yelling, "Get fucking down there and kill them! Kill them all!" And you can just hear him very close up the stairs, yelling and freaking out at the current events. Spyder is going to probably drink a potion or something. Pharisee,
She seemed like she was checking out what was going on in the mist.
yeah, Pharisee says, 3 Vark bombers at the back of the stairwell. And she does not like that. She's going to
Thunder?
fly back.
Could be. Doesn't do that around here.
That actually sounds like fireworks.
It was just a car wreck.
Slewborough Tufts are all rushing into the building. Some of them are
That's a lot of them.
approaching. Some of the braver ones are approaching Spyder. What the fuck are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be at the barricade? There's a wizard out there. Great wizard. He's and ghouls. How many of you are there? They make it. Somebody quick counts. You actually hear 12. No, 13.
More than we have fingers, sir. We can't count that high.
All right, so they're having a conversation about numbers and strategies and that sort of thing. Professor, what are you doing?
Okay, so as if I recall, the fire on the top floor of the building, the second floor, is a major illusion that the professor was concentrating on, or the hand was concentrating on because it's older. And the fire on the bottom floor is a silent image that the professor was concentrating on. The professor, seeing things are sort of played out in here and needing to have more information as to know if it's time to abandon or not, is going to pass control of the bottom floor silent image fire to the hand.
Okay.
So the top floor fire will linger for I think 4 rounds is what it'll linger for. Major image is +2, and then half my level of illusionist is another 2.
Is this lower fire or top fire?
Top fire.
Okay.
The one that makes sound and heat.
Right.
Is gonna linger for 4 rounds. The hand.
This is the solid one, I think.
Yeah, that's like 2 different spells, one on the top floor, one on the bottom floor. And the professor is going to double move. 120 gets me to, let's say there.
Do you have haste up?
I have expeditious retreat.
Great.
So I think that's as close as I can get.
You clip clop across the
Unseen Servant.
square. You
will
do
disappear.
see a knocked out body. And you can see through your own illusion, so I think you can see the unconscious, bleeding body of the ogre.
Okay. I think that's about all I can do right now.
Alright, Musk continues to drink at the bar. Tech is also continuing to ready in action. How many rounds of rage does Tech have?
Let's see.
Matt was saying last game he was pretty low. Like, definitely lower single digits.
Got it. He only has 8 rounds of rage per day. He's got 3 ticked off his character sheet. So if he stays raging, that's 4 rounds.
Okay.
Tavern. Let's see. I don't think there's much going on here. Spyder's gang in the basement I think that's just the necromancer now, so I'm going to change that to the necromancer if he returns. Spheros, your last round of flaming sphere. Probably looks like it's spent just burning up the spiders and making sure that they don't form. I'm going to kill the spider group.
So then that flaming spirit goes away.
Yep. And then what are you doing yourself?
I am going to, again, from my vantage point, throw a cold fireball into that area over there.
Okay, so the hallway erupts in horrible blue flames. You can hear screaming. Oh, these toughs should have moved. So these guys are frightened and have 1 hit point left. I think they're moving back up the stairs. They should have moved on their turn. So.
Do you want me to move those to the other
Yeah,
side?
these guys move back up there. It's horrible. This guy is also got 1 hit point left, so he's running to the top of the stairs. They're trying to get out of the mist, the creepy mist. The tavern actually was the group of alchemists. So I'm just going to rename their pip. So they actually get to go before you do.
Okay.
The alchemists are actually. This one's going to move back a little bit. You can hear bottles clinking along the ground. This one is going to heal itself for 10. This one has a bit of damage. It's going to move forward. They can see the grease. They're going to throw a couple of grenade-like bombs at the bottom of the stairs. One explodes here.
Luna's like standing on a bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the corner to throw bombs and stab faces.
Ah, Jesus.
So effectively there are 2 explosions that go off. Both Ludo and Tech get reflex saves. The DC of the reflex save is 15. If you make it, you take no damage from the fire.
Does Tech need to roll?
Yeah, Tech needs to roll a reflex save.
Let me see what his brief. Oh shit. Where's Matt's Uber sheet?
Oh crap, I'm not signed in. Will somebody throw a 1d20 plus 15, please?
15? Yeah, Tech's
Yeah.
Tech's got a 14.
Is that what he is?
Yeah. Tech's got like a 20 dex.
That's a 31 for you.
Okay, so Ludo, you managed to kind of like go flat against the wall as there's a bomb. Basically, they're throwing like very explosive Molotov cocktails down the floor. The fire goes away very quickly.
Did we need one from Tech still?
Yep,
What was this?
plus 14. Don't roll 1.
Do it. 27?
All right, so Tech manages to avoid that as well. Now it's your turn. You rip off a fireball into the mist. I'll redraw. I think I got rid of it for some reason.
Yeah, the mist just disappeared. There we go.
And then the fireball, given that you don't quite know where the wall is, if you give me, it actually doesn't matter. Horrible icy blue fire erupts everywhere. The sound of swirling frost down the a gust of wind with frosty icicles in it down the stairs. The little creatures you can hear kind of complaining in their helmets at the pain. Give me damage.
Don't they have to make saving rolls first?
Versus?
Jumping out of the way?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh no, the little bombs were just thrown to the bottom of the steps. Like a couple little jars came flying down and exploded just basically Ludo and Tech.
Oh. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me just open the
They do not have fireballs, it looks like. Otherwise, they would have filled that room.
For some reason, I can't find my. There. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is going to be damage on the order of 5d6 plus 2. That's 17 damage.
Okay. Yeah, they don't like that too much. They have +7s to their saving throws. 2 at 1d20. Oh, 3. There's one ducked around the corner, but the fireball went off right in front of him. What is the DC?
The DC is 15 plus 3, which is spell level, so that's 18 plus 2 for evocation. So it's 20.
20. Okay, 2 of them failed. One of them made it. 17. You can hear all 3 of them complaining at the top of the stairs. You don't hear any of the sounds of dying men.
Do they sound bloodied?
You have no idea. Can't see them.
Yeah, what they sound like.
Oh, actually, no. There's one guy lying there face down on the ground. He already had 25 damage and 1 wisdom damage. I think you froze him to the ground.
Freeze or burn?
He's an icicle.
He's flash frozen to the ground and dead. He did not get a saving throw because he was out.
God damn, these far. Varkamists.
Okay. Ludo, your turn.
Ludo, so he, given his position, is going to lob another bomb at these guys. And
Okay, give me a perception check. So you can't see through the mist. You heard them complaining because of the fireball. Let's see if you can hear where one is.
23.
23. Yeah, you actually know which squares these 2 guys are in.
The 2 front, okay.
Yep, the ones around the corner you're not sure, but
Okay. It's plus 12. Yep.
which one are you targeting with the bomb?
I'm gonna target.
Or are you targeting the ground?
I'm gonna target the middle guy.
Okay. So there's a 50-50 chance you miss by
Right.
targeting him. That's fine.
29.
29. Okay. Roll percentile. You're looking for 51 or above.
54.
Nice.
So Ludo just kind of like hones in, little halfling ear flicks a little bit. He hucks his own bomb into them and manages to catch not only the one in the middle, but with the splash, he gets the 2. He gets one on either side.
Yes.
So this Vark Alchemist takes just bomb damage.
6 plus 2, 17.
17 damage. Ooh, that is
beefy.
That is quite a bit, and then I'll give you all the reflex saves for the 2 adjacent Vark. What is the DC of your bombs?
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask me that. 14.
Okay, so the one unfortunately at the top of the stairs took the splash damage. The one beside him maybe has a little bit of cover from the corner, did not. So, and your bombs do
6 splash.
6 splash. They're speaking very quickly in Vark to each other. If you speak Vark, let me know now.
Ludo is gonna yell, "Welcome to the splash zone!"
I think I speak Vark. I'm just checking.
Oh shit, somebody took Vark?
I do. I'm fluent in Vark.
You're fluent in Vark. They're complaining that it's too tough down there. The assassins have too much junk and too much good junk, and they're going to they're debating a retreat at this point.
I relay that to the people on the ground.
Okay. One of them
In a language other than Vark, obviously.
We need to get out of here. We're Varked. As every third verb is after this Vark.
Troggax is going to spend the round pivoting the ballista back towards the lift.
Nice, Troggax. What a faithful servant you are.
Malbut!
Malbut.
The cause of
Yeah.
all of their misery.
I believe Malbut is out of healing from his channels. He might still have little bits of healing left.
A little level deuce magic to throw around.
Let's see.
He's gone through all of his channels.
He has first level spells.
That's all he needs.
And the spells that Ahmed chooses are bad.
Seriously? Honest.
So Malbut's going to move around and hide behind the desk, and he's going to ready
A bless, because his blesses only last for
2 minutes.
you can bless now. He moves around. He moves around the table. You have the blessings of Bumba Dumba Dumba.
And sort of this blanket of energy goes out from him.
Manny maintains his ready to action, although does he with the battle curse?
What does bless even do?
It's a +1 morale bonus to hit.
How do we add bless to Matt's
Don't know.
creation? Oh, I don't know either. It's so goddamn complicated. Oh wait, I found the area. Bless.
Looks like it's already up for a lot of people, but I'm gonna add it to
Ludo
Ludo.
gets it.
Yeah. Okay, great. There's this massive spreadsheet of doom.
Yeah.
Mockernom Gobbler
He's
is
going to take his usual spot on Zephyros' stuff.
Have we? Can we like see or hear the other 3 armies?
That are converging on the square yet?
on Professor's turn. Remind me again. You'll get a perception check.
Okay.
This is like God's eye view camera kind of thing. You can see the armies coming, but
Spyder.
Spyder is not pleased and might be drinking another potion. Faraside.
Probably keep Bard's song going. There's nothing to immediately like hex. Is fair saying invisible? Yeah, she seems to be invisible according to her character sheet. She might at most peek around the corner to see where those guys are and come back.
Okay. Yeah, she flutters over. She says, "They're still at the top of the stairs."
Maintaining her.
Bard song. The toughs. There are 6 of them that are heading back out, and a number of them that are
I can't get that on my
coming all
head.
down.
Get on down there, boys. Come on, you can't possibly all die in that stairwell. They
One by one.
have to make some sort of saving throw once they enter the mists.
Yep.
They have to make will saves or take 1 wisdom damage from the strange fear-like.
We know what the DC is.
It's low. It is a good DC, and their will saves are really low.
Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
15 plus spell level. Haunting mists, so 17 might be it.
Only the first guy who went through made the save.
Come on, guys!
What's wrong?
Wisdom of 7 does not lower their scores anymore.
So, oh wait a second, it does. So the ones that are in yellow have
1 whiz damage.
have an additional -1 to their will saves. All right, and then they're going to finish their movement. 40. So these guys.
Oh yeah.
Now need to
Grease
make-
on stairs?
They need to make their grease on the stairs.
Does that make the DC harder since it's on a stair instead of like a flat area?
Sure.
I mean, if it does, if it doesn't, I'm just curious.
It's acrobatics checks, not saving throws, because it wasn't cast on underneath them. It was cast
Yeah, they
afterwards.
stepped on
But it's still a DC 10 acrobatics check. They only have +2s, and we're going to say it's and they're shaken as well. That's right.
So basically,
4 of them are going to go through this because the other ones are following quickly behind. They're at +2, -2 with a DC 12 because it's on stairs.
Nice.
That first guy makes it.
Come on, guys!
2 of them fail, and then another guy
guy makes it. So
Woohoo! Nat 20! Dances
they're all
on
pretty-
through that.
yeah, so that first guy makes it. So 35, 45, 55. He can't go any further. You kind of like create this log jam.
Oh man, it'd be a shame if.
If somebody had another fireball,
Fall down, and given that they're falling down on stairs, I'm even going to give them a D3 points of damage. Go ahead and roll D3 as falling on stairs typically is dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, my tailbone! 1.
1 damage. Well, that is a significant portion of their hit points.
My coccyx.
And then these guys just kind of finish their movement in a big swarm. What is that thing? There's something in the mist. Ah, fuck!
My coccyx.
And there's this
What's a coccyx?
There's this one guy who's just gonna prove to Spyder that he's awesome. And he's running down and he's ignoring everything and getting down the slippery stairs and
And that's as far as they get on their turn, unfortunately.
these guys with 1 hit point are probably like
Shit, I gotta do something.
crawling into this next room.
Gotta pay attention here.
And these guys near the door, 2 of them are going to go see what's going on in the tap room, while the other 5 go back outside and are deciding which way they're going to go and see what's going on.
You do hear. Well, the people downstairs hear Spyder say, "Get Troggax! Where is he?" Professor, one of your fires runs out. I don't know which one.
The one in the alley to the left of the building.
Okay.
I'm gonna move through the door and see what is going on in here. Oh god.
Trying to erase. There we go. That worked. Alright, Professor, what are you doing?
I step through the front door of the tavern and see what. Oh, can I do a perception check before I walk in to see if I hear these guys?
Yeah, you can actually hear low talking.
I mean the converging armies.
Oh, right.
Do I hear anything of that approaching?
We'll say you hear some distant rabble and piping music if you make a DC 22 perception check.
That's never gonna happen. 10.
Now, the crackle of your own illusory fire, plus the people inside, your blood is up. There are people yelling in the courtyard.
That makes sense.
The distant clang of the lift, which is over halfway down.
Whoa! I'll step through the front door and what's going on inside this tavern?
The tavern. Okay, so you could see a very injured Musk sitting there, kind of giggling, but he looks like laughing is making him hurt. What else do you see? You see a man grasping around for like a bottle or a drink or something and pulling it underneath the bar with him. There's a bunch of destruction. You can see that Rix the Red Cap is dead, but he took a lot of people out with him. Tipped over chairs and hastily abandoned tables.
The door I walk through.
Drinks and cards and chips kind of strewn all over the place.
Can I see what the mechanism is to lock the door? Is it just a bar?
Bar I could drop into place.
Looks like there is an actual locking mechanism, but also a bar.
Okay, I will close the door behind me. Can I close it and drop the bar in one move?
No. You already moved in,
Uh-huh.
and then you're gonna close the door.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see if. You noticed the guy with the
Top knot, who's holding out an axe at Fleas, looks at the door. He seems confused. Somebody there?
The hand will
Continue to concentrate on the bottom floor of fire.
Musk uses this distraction to drop to the floor and curl up in a ball, kind of giggling to himself.
Texarak Gat. Is he gonna still rage?
Well,
Yeah, because if he drops out of rage, doesn't bad stuff
He
happen?
becomes fatigued for a while.
How long does one become fatigued for? Because he hears dudes coming down the stairs. He hears.
Yeah, but if he also looks over his shoulder, he can see this very disturbing sight of a grinning elephant.
Yeah, that is very true.
With murderous gleam in his eye.
Yeah.
You become fatigued for 2 times the number of rounds you would into rage.
Which is 8 rounds.
He's been in rage, I think, for 5 rounds now. So
That's
it'd be
like-
10 rounds.
He'd be tired for a minute.
That's a long ass
It
time.
just means
-2s on things and no charge, no running.
If he re-raged, would it go
You
away?
can't rage while you're fatigued.
So it almost
Seems like he should just
yeah.
spend it
Stick
out.
around.
3 more rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to maintain his ready to action while raging. Just this very quiet ticking coming from Tech as he's ready to stab anything that comes through.
So bad.
Alchemists. The alchemists are. Not happy with this.
They're drugs, dude.
Yeah, I think they're gonna retreat.
They're going back up the stairs.
But they got reinforcements.
That's 25, 20. Okay. These little buggers are coming
So
back.
they're really just gonna let their people die there.
The Vark don't seem to give a shit. You can hear them making their Vark noises upstairs at Spyder. What the hell are you doing here? What's going on?
They're tough opponents. I think they're all dead, sir. We're really varked. We're varked up.
Varked up.
They're all dead, huh?
We're really hurt. Cold. Watch out for cold.
All right.
Can I hear any of this?
Yeah, you guys can. You guys are waiting up the stairs so the conversation is echoing down the stairs, and you hear the Spyder said, "All right, then, give me some of your potions." That's the alchemist. The glitter dust disappears on the corpse of the heavily mangled. Where is it? The heavily mangled Dr. Verm.
Dr. Vern, I presume.
Zephyrus.
Woohoo! Here it comes.
Oh, the fireball?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah. So Pitbull Fireball starts playing in my head every time. Fireball.
How many fireballs do you have, Zephyrus?
All of them.
I have one more.
Come on. It's
And,
Neil.
Yeah, it's
How many fireballs do you let him have?
as many as I can get. So Zephyros is going to shoot off another fireball into that stairway.
Okay.
It'll be another cold one.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be another cold one. He overheard the conversation though, but because he overheard the conversation, perhaps he should make this an electric fireball instead of a cold fireball. I think I can do electric. I just want to make sure. I think I can switch between most of the elemental.
Yes, I think you're a very terrifying evoker.
Versatile caster, yeah.
Each of these does take up like a use, though. Like you do have a limited number of times you can do these.
8 today.
8 a day. Okay. Probably more than you have fireballs.
Damn.
Yeah, slightly more than I have fireballs.
All right, this horrible discharge of shocking energy. All of a sudden, you hear screams, people flipping around like dying fish, and the smell of ozone and scorched flesh. Ah, ozone and scorched flesh in the morning.
Love it. Well, I'm hungover in the bottom of a gambling den.
Right. Electricity arcing everywhere, lighting everything up. Even Tech's antennae go down, and he sort of gives Ludo a look.
Ludo's name is Shrug.
Sounds pretty bad.
He just shifts slightly to another stance with 2 of his arms. I need some damage for your fireball.
20.
Okay. These guys. There's that guy in front, which I'm going to roll separately. He fails finally. And then the other guys have -2s because they're shaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that one corpse is just being burnt. It was burnt, freeze dried.
It's called a hero's death.
Like any jerky should be made.
Yeah. Looks like they all failed. They all
pretty
have 20 hit points,
Ooh.
and
What
they
was
took
damage?
20 damage.
Oh, they all instantly died.
They're all in that rare state, stumbling around. Oh no! Some of them, 2 of them took 1 damage from
The coccyx injury.
Yeah, the coccyx injury. So they're unconscious.
It's all working out. The coccyx injury. His bruised ass made him go unconscious.
Yep. It was like they're all doubled over, going ah, and they weren't able to react to the explosion of electricity, and they just got fried. You hear lots of screaming in that hallway. It is all bad, and the sizzling of flesh continues. Yeah.
Hungry, anybody? Manny, you want meat, don't you?
Right. Where's your cleaver?
Manny's had a lot of had his fill over at the meat shop, over at the butchery.
But I wouldn't go in there yet, Manny.
You notice Manny's kind of like his face is twisted up a little bit, and he might have like had a weird shake as he was holding his weapon. Something's wrong with Manny now that you paid attention to him. Ludo.
You'll be fine. Ludo, do you want a perception check from me? Because he's going to lob a bomb right into all that fun stuff.
You hear screaming everywhere, so maybe the closest screaming.
Okay, that makes sense. No, so last time I said if I aim, I have a 50% chance of missing. So if I just don't aim and just throw it in there,
You could try to hit a part of the ground.
and it'd be more successful without that risk.
Potentially, it would do less
Or would
damage.
it just do splash?
It would do splash to everything. So give me a perception check. This is probably easier, DC 20, to know that there are 2 screaming dudes right in front of you.
24.
Yeah, you know where these 2 guys are. And you also heard these guys screaming.
Did Fairset go this round?
Alright.
Farisa just flew in and said, and kind of gave you an update of what was going on. So she did go.
So I'm
Keeping
going
up
to
her Bart son.
throw it. So I see these 2 guys, right? The unconscious ones.
You heard all 4 people screaming.
Oh yeah, those are. I'm gonna try and throw it the far back right guy.
Okay, this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.